Last week, gold sold a total of 3,380 pips. And this is what I just marked here. And it sold from Tuesday to Wednesday. If you remember in the weekly forecast I made, I said if we don't get a breakout to the upside, we won't be getting these deep retracements. We'll just keep selling to the downside. And that was what happened. Until we have a break to the upside, don't expect a push up. Until we have a break to the upside, don't expect a push up. We got a breakout on 1 hour, but 4 hours is greater than 1 hour. And when market goes to 4 hours swing high, market failed to close above this high, and that led us down. Market just kept going to the downside and on and on and on. So we have to quickly go to my table to update the table and see what we can expect for this week. Always remember, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are very important days for you to watch out for because I've already highlighted them out for you here. Last week, we had Monday showing 11 times. 2 weeks ago, we had Monday showing 11 times on Monday, 8 times on Tuesday, and 8 times on Wednesday. And I made sure I said it that pay attention to these 3 days. On Tuesday, I got a sell setup because I saw the market was failing to close, but markets took me out before selling, which is completely normal. It is normal. So if you got misled in a way because you're expecting so massive push to the upside before you expect the sell last week, it means that you didn't pay full attention towards the end of the video. So let me quickly update this table. Last week, the low formed on Wednesday and the high formed on Tuesday, and we got a total of 3,380 pips before market started to reverse on Wednesday. And from what I explained earlier, I told you that those 3 days are important. So if market sold on Tuesday, market still did the major move from the buy on Wednesday. This week, and before I go to what I will expect this week, always pay attention to these dates. I told you the first and second week of every month is very important. And from what I'm seeing on the chart, we'll go to the chart and we'll check. Okay, let me quickly update this table. So Tuesday now 9 times, Wednesday 9 times. You can see it's keeping a close margin, getting a close margin on Tuesday and Wednesday. And this week, I believe that one of them is going to decide to lead here to decide. And yeah, that's all. The first and the second week has gone, so we've probably gotten the high or the low of the month. So let's check the table and see if we can decide on that, and from that we can capitalize on it to move to the next stage. The highest for the first week and second week, I think the highest number we've gotten, the highest date we've gotten so far is still the 13th of April, and it was from the 13th of April market started falling till the end of April, which was 27th. The next one we had was 12th, and from 12th market kept falling to 28th. And so far so good. Today is 14, tomorrow is 15, and we can decide that it's either market has formed the low of the week the low of the month last week, or the high of the month has been formed since the beginning of the first week, and you just keep going to the downside. We can use this as the data to decide where gold is going to move on, but we have to use the charts as a conference to know exactly what the price is going to do. And in doing that, we just need to follow what our weekly breakouts, our daily breakouts, and tag along where they are going. So I have to delete this and explain afresh what we'll be expecting this week. I have to delete all what I have here to be clear. I have to delete all this. Good. First things first, one thing I want you to know is that whenever market fails to close below a low like this, this high is always in danger. It might not be the case in this scenario, but in any case, I expect that the fact that market is failing to close below this low, market is trying to tell us that there's going to be a slight retracement. Just from weekly, there's going to be a slight retracement. Let's check monthly first. We are not going to be checking monthly charts, but let's quickly check to see, okay, we still have 16 days for the end of this month, and if this is going to be holding above this place, then that means we'll have more push to the upside. If this candle closes below this low, we can have a retracement before we get more push to the downside. But the remaining 16 days is the determining factor of whether gold is going to push up or is going to come down to close below this low. So I think weekly is going to give us more insights. And from what I said weekly has failed to close below here. So we just saw weekly tapped this rejection block after taking this liquidity, and we got a retracement. So from weekly perspective, I can see more push to the upside. But let's check daily if you have a breakout, because weekly right now does not have a breakout here except here. So we can still work with this. Let's check if daily has given us a breakout yet. Daily is still bearish. Okay. If daily comes here and fails to break above this, we will see more push on the downside, which means weekly will not have the strength to hold this low any longer. I'll have to get it close. But if daily closes above this place, I can definitely expect more push to around 4, 5, 600 and beyond. But we are looking for a break on 4 hours. So far, so good. Market has not closed. I'm trying to zoom in well so that I can see. Market has not closed above this swing high. And this is really concerning because the fact that market has tried to close above this one time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time is really showing a lot about this high. And if market keeps failing, let's say market opens and market still keeps failing, I expect more push to the downside. I expect more push to the downside. But immediately I see market closing above this high, I will just wait for a retracement and follow them all the way up, because that's probably going to be the move I've been expecting since like 2 weeks ago. I've been mentioning it that I'm expecting a push up. The fact that market is failing to close above this place is determining that market wants to drop down more. But if we get on Monday a spike up, a break to the upside, all what we need to do is just follow the train. On Monday, wait for moves that can keep making you follow them to the upside. Or Tuesday, wait for a retracement and follow them to the upside. But if on Monday market fails and we even see more close to the downside on Monday, I expect markets to just keep going to the downside. Gold has to do two things next week before we can say we are really going to reach 4,600. It needs to break 4 hours high, and it also needs to break daily high. Immediately that is done, expect more push to the upside. Expect more push to the upside. So this week, I wouldn't be saying that you should sell or you should buy. I will just give you what you should look out for. But the remaining 2 weeks are very, very important. Is either the remaining 2 weeks are going to act as reversal, or they are going to act as continuation of what the first 2 weeks has been doing. And even though they want to act as continuation of what the first 2 weeks has been doing, we can expect a retracement before the continuation. And if they want to act as, okay, its first 2 weeks has done its job, now the remaining 2 weeks should continue the reversal, then it means we have to go all the way up from here. So it's left to you to decide, because if I'm to decide now, I really don't know where to point out that market is going. But I really do want to see gold push to the upside. I really do want to see it, even though it might not happen. But I just wish 4 hours and daily can close next week so that we can see a massive push to the upside and we can ride with the market. So 4 hours, once again, is still saying bearish. And if market wants to go to the upside next week, if we don't get a push up on Monday, if we get a reversal, is drop on Monday to come and take this liquidity and tap this PY, then we can go all the way up, target this internal range liquidity, and probably goes above daily swing high. Then we can get a retracement again to keep pushing to the upside. Uh, in as much as I want this to happen, I want this because if this happens, it will give me more chance and more insight, more data to see if gold is really ready to come all the way down. Because in all the cases, I'm still expecting gold to flush down. And I've told you what to watch out for this coming week. You have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to decide where market is going to go for the week. Monday has a lot of information to give you. Focus on Monday. You might not take any trade on Monday. Just focus on what Monday prints. Whenever Monday prints, if Monday prints all these things I've said, if Monday breaks to the upside and you are seeing a retracement down to the downside, focus on Tuesday and Wednesday to follow them to the upside. But if Monday opens and you see a long red candle to the downside, just expect a retracement and keep following them to the downside, because that's going to be the move we're expecting to 3,900. I really do hope you take your time to listen to all what I've said, and please do not risk more than you can afford to lose. You have a whole lot of weeks coming ahead and you can make a lot of money from the market. So be patient with the market, patiently read the candles, and follow where they are going. So that'll be all. And I'll see you guys next week.